Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Wa bihi nasta'in. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Okay, Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to all. Thank you everyone for joining KICT webinar this afternoon, which entitled Digital Entrepreneurs How to Start. So for today's event, I hope that you will take note, and this is a part of your assignment, yeah, to attend this event and do some reflection. Okay, I hope that all my students are here and concentrate. Okay, so before we start, for this event to be blessed by Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, let's all recite Al-Fatiha. So let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Nurhafizah Mahri, a lecturer and entrepreneurship coordinator at KICT, and also your moderator for today's event. So before we start, there is some information pertaining to this sharing session. First one is attendance link can be found at our chat box. So Dr. Rika, please share our attendance link, yeah? And then please mute your microphone during the session. And we will have around 30 to 40 minutes presentation by our speaker of the day, and followed by Q&A session. And finally, if you have any question, just write them in the chat box. So we will entertain your question after the speaker's presentation. So let us begin. Okay, so this event is organized by KICT, or Training and Advocacy in Technological Innovation and Commercialization, which is one of IUM flagship. So we are looking forward to helping the students and also the other communities to be equipped with entrepreneurship knowledge and skills. So this webinar is organized in collaboration with Kuliah of ICT for us to explore the latest trending entrepreneurship niche, which is the digital entrepreneurship. For today's KICT webinar, it will be a sharing session by Madam Norlisa Nordin, who are the CEO of Intelliware Solutions. Let me share the brief profile of our speaker of the day. Madam Norlisa is the CEO of Intelliware Solutions, an affiliate company of OK Blockchain Center Syndrome Berhad, which is a member of OK with Japan Group of Companies. She has served in numerous senior corporate affairs and business development roles. The speaker has more than 20 years of experience in EMS, semiconductor fabrications, LED development, cognitive engineering, and also blockchain technology. She has a Bachelor of English from Nagoya University, Japan, semiconductor professional from University Berkeley of California, professional certification from San Jose State University, copywriting professional from Singapore Institute of Management, Masters in Mechanical from UTM, and currently she is pursuing her PhD in Digital Gap Research in IUM. So without any further ado, I invite our speaker, Madam Norlisa, to start the sharing. Please welcome.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can you hear me? Cool.
Yes.
Yes,
can hear you.
Good. Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for a very, very generous introduction. It's a little cute though when you mention Bachelor of English from Japan. Okay, it's actually Bachelor of Engineering, but it spells ENG. I know. It's kind of weird because in Malaysia we don't practice that, right? We don't have that BENG, right? Yeah. But anyway, because my English is screwed up, so I better not claim I have Bachelor in English.
By the way, what engineering, what specification, Madam?
It's electrical electronic system. Back year 90s, it was still at fuzzy logic. Today, you no longer deal with fuzzy logic, right? It's more on AI these days. But I guess that was the starting of AI. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much to the organizing committee the doctors, the professors, and to the everyone on this evening. Okay, it's a very interesting topic to begin with, and I didn't expect like close to 160 participants. Thank you so much. I guess I heard just now it's a compulsory subject, I guess, somewhere there. But no worries, take this as a very good, what do you call this, sharing session. With hope, out of this little minutes that you are spending with me, I get more, what do you call this, excitement, yeah, to open a startup. Those who has been like at the silo thinking of doing something but not knowing where to start. So today, let me just open your mind. All right. I wish I have more interactive time with everyone, but maybe I hope please feel free to just interfere between. Just shout if you can. I welcome that. I have no issue. So just at random, anybody here already have a company or registered with SSM? Anybody? If malu can put a chat box pun tak apa.
No, madam.
No, alamak. How young are you guys anyway? These are undergraduate.
19.
Oh my God. Okay. You are as good as my children. Okay, cool. Okay, 19 is never too young. Okay. Yesterday I had a very good communication with Digital Penang. And a confession that I got from the very senior officer was that there was at one point a 19 years old a person approaching MDEC at that point, and was coming with a very good, what we call this, proposal. But at that point, the officer was thinking like, this is nuts. You are only 19 and you are trying to propose some very simple solution that everyone else can do. But after that, a few minutes later, when he came back to the office, then he started thinking back. Actually, that boy was not wrong. He's actually smarter than the senior guy. Because why? At 19, when you start, okay, I'm being very realistic, yeah. This is no talking moon and sun and stars. This is realistic, all right? When you start too early at the same time, or in fact anyone, there will be a downturn. But if you start at 19, 20, 21, you fall down. Okay, takutnya. Right? Suddenly you're talking about fall down. You fall down, 1 year, 2 years, but you will come back earlier than anyone else. Just imagine you started early, you fall down, you wake up back at 27, but you are definitely better than anyone else. By 30, you are a millionaire. Inspiring enough? Okay, so that's just the mukadimah of today's talk to begin with. So just to relate with you guys lah, when you are at 90, you are not too early. You can. Just that today, I want to make sure if you start right. Okay, and there are so many people even at 50 they do not start at with the right what they call it, strategy. Understanding must be clear. So on the sharing session today, maybe I can start with my experience a little bit, and then Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, and then I will tell you how to strategize and plan moving forward. Yeah. To be very honest, I don't want to start a business. I do not want money to go into my mind. All right, because I want to stay focused. I was an engineer. For a beautiful 19 years, I was an engineer. And why I am here today is because Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala lah decide. By push, yeah. Not like I all the time, thinking of I want to become a businesswoman, I want to be rich. Not like that. Never in my mind. But again, this is what Allah have destined for me. All right. Why I have this thinking? For a very simple reason. My father is a businessman, was a businessman, pretty rich, and he felt very bad, and to the extent that rumah kena lelong, kereta kena lelong, we practically become almost homeless lah. Tapi because we have relatives and friends that was good enough to cushion us, we didn't end up under the bridge. Okay, so this is how bad business can really go wrong if you don't set a correct ni. There is no cut corners actually. Maybe those days in the 80s, 70s, there was not so much guidance, and to be successful in business is all about cable. Have you heard of this word cable?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, very much.
Okay, maybe I would like to see a show of hand. You have the electronic hand there, right? How many people still believe, right now believe that without cable you cannot go through? Raise up your hand.
Me.
Tak ada. Semua orang rasa we can just go, oh okay, nampak dah tangan, okay, cool. Any foreigners in the here? Or all Malaysian?
Yes, madam. I'm from Turkey.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, I will manage the communication strictly English then. Wow, so much show of hand. Oh my God. Okay, you are not totally wrong, kids. Okay, you are not totally wrong. It's real, but this time around, I can tell you, you are born in a very lucky era, whereby things are getting more transparent and a lot of integrity coming in, and big boys, big sisters like me, we are trying to correct the system, but definitely we are not, we are not everything, but we are trying to make the clearer path for you guys. So why I'm here today is because, I was all the while just a simple engineer. I got very good salary. I have family. I continue study while I work. I'm pretty much, like anyone else, right? And come to a point, God has always designed, like, you have kids, and suddenly the final two of my kids are not doing well in terms of health. Then I had to quit, pretty much at a very good salary of 5-figure. Berhenti kerja, stop working, and go down, as in like go back to school, doing my master's, with a very small RA allowance, 1,000 something. From 5-figure, going to 1,000 something is super small, okay? But I was lucky because I'm the person who do not like to go with that. As in like, if I buy car, it's only like $5,000 car. It brings me from point to point. It has aircon and radio, good enough, all right? So this is me. I don't go buy, even a Myvi I don't have. All right, even though it's 500 ringgit, I can pay. I have 5-figure salary. I can definitely afford a BMW if I want to, but I don't, because I don't see a point. I'm very immaterial about that. So to me, quitting job is no issue, and I just quit. And then a friend just offered me there's a position doing masters full time, so I did. 1,000 over, good enough. I eat 2 ringgit per day, good enough. I'm still doing good. 2 ringgit makes me kenyang. So to me, no issue. So there is where I started to practically change everything in my life. And it took me, being an engineer, doing masters is super simple. If you ask me, other people take 2 years to graduate. Me, half the year, I already finished my pilot run. Suppose I can graduate within the first year. But again, Allah SWT tried to tell me that, look, it's not you decide your life, it's I decide your life, So there's always God's presence there. So from being very confident that I can finish in 1 year, I end up being, I took 4 years. You see? That's how really God want to tell you that you have not the whole power of yourself. You tak boleh, right? So this is where also, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, it was difficult time for me to pick up again career. Because I was already at 40 then, 40 years old. Very hard to get a job, full time at 40 years old. And then some more you do not have your career for 4 years because you are like a full-time student. It's very difficult because your resume is no longer doing justice. All right. So this is the reality of life. So I offered again myself to work whatever that I can pick up. A friend came to me, Lisa, I have an accounts job. It's like, accounts job? I'm an engineer. I graduated masters in mechanical. You want me to do accounts? But my friend was kind enough. He said, look, accounts is very simple. You are an engineer. You should be able to do accounts. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay. It was only, again, 1,000 over salary, doing just bookkeeping. I didn't know that account was so difficult. And then like banyaknya code, too many codes. But I learned. Okay, the thing with me that I'm blessed with a very young heart. All right, I have no ego. I can always adapt myself with any kind of environment. So it's okay. I follow through the whole process. So I understand, right? Even though my salary was only 1,000 plus, I actually managed 2 companies, one in Malaysia and one in Singapore. Because accounts is so simple these days. You can actually go through software. So that's why I can manage 2 companies easily. So that's where I got my experience, my first exposure beyond engineering. And then I saw one good Facebook advertisement is asking for blockchain. Definitely, I'm not the right candidate, but I somehow write a good note to the advertiser, like, look, I don't know what I can offer, but I'm willing to work whatever position. Alhamdulillah, I was offered a job without even knowing the position, without even knowing the salary. That means I just entered the job because there's nothing to lose. So that is where I started, and well, I guess with Allah's help, I managed to grow the company from 0 to 90 blockchain programmers. All right, in Malaysia, that's the largest blockchain developer company. And it's actually owned by a public listed company in Japan. So from not trusting me, not having the right, what they call this, resume lah to begin with. I'm not even an IT guy. So that is where I started. And things happen whereby suppose that HR person coming in, I don't know about HR. All the while I'll be getting salary from HR. But now there is no HR. HR is supposed to report in, she didn't come. Then I had to take over. And the accounts person supposed to come in, he didn't come. Last minute he pulled out. I had to run the accounts as well. Lucky thing I had that 1,000 ringgit experience from a previous company. You see, you do not know when you get your experience. You just pick up along the way. Just open your heart. You see, it's not about the salary. It's really about knowledge, opportunity, learning, and these kind of things. So suddenly everything is helping me, and along the way, of course, the company did bring in the HR accounts manager. I do not know why she pulled out along the way. Maybe she can get higher salary somewhere, which is fair. She had to go, but I have to pick up the job again. So eventually, under my umbrella was 5 departments. 5, you see. So I was actually managing HR. I was managing accounts. And when I say accounts, it's not just bookkeeping, yeah. It's a full suite account from the bookkeeping, the audit, and the tax, pre-tax, SST, everything, all right? And from the monthly MA, management accounts, to audited financial statement by fiscal year. And another company of the same subsidiary was having issues. So I had to take care of Labuan as well. Labuan is a different jurisdiction. Anybody coming from Sabah, Sarawak, or Labuan here? Any hands, maybe? Anyone? No one. Okay. For your information, Labuan, namely Malaysia, but different jurisdiction altogether. As in the laws are different. Even over there, all the payments are in USD. And even you open bank account, Maybank, it is USD. So salary is in USD and everything is different. So I get to learn the laws over there as well. So this is where I got my exposure until one day things happen. As in like the company changes the management, they change direction, and then they wanted to explore Malaysian market. There is where my boss suddenly asked me to do business development in Malaysia. So I said, oh, okay, but the way to do business management in Malaysia, you have to have a local entity. It took me more than a year to convince my boss. Otherwise, I will not be able to capture businesses in Malaysia. Businesses for private entities, okay. But for government, because blockchain is a big thing, it's not a small money game. So having said big thing, then you have to, government is part of the, what do you call this, adopters. So, and one fine morning, my boss just said, Elisa, you open a company, but you have to come up with your own money. Oh my God. All right. So this is, here I am today. and I'm managing. But besides money, besides having to come up with my own money to start the company, I have no other issues because I know exactly how to run a company, all right? And I know everything. It's not like I know everything from day one. I learn, you see, the hard way. So today, okay, that's enough about me. Now, today, the question is, let me just recap again the exact title for today's topic so that I'm not drifting away from your objective, yeah? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Digital entrepreneur, how to start. Digital entrepreneur, so there's no talking about buka jual tudung ke, jual karipap ke, tak ada lah digital Okay, so let me just start with this. First of all, there's two big things. One is called the business. One is called your expertise. So digital space itself, so many things. It could be AI, big data, blockchain is one, IoT, so many things. All right. Apps application, I think that one is the most common one because anybody, even tak payah pergi universiti pun boleh buat apps kan. So, but just knowing that doesn't mean that you can open a business. Okay. This morning, I actually talked with one startup. I don't want to say from which university. Why I was talking to them because I want to explore how much they know. But when I ask, they know nothing. They only know how to develop the apps. I'm very scared how they're going to survive. You know, how they're going to survive is one thing. Being young, you have the right technical set, you are easily manipulated. Okay, so these are the things that I want you guys to be careful with. All right. But now today, what I want you to focus how to start. Number one rule. Okay, number one rule. Anyone take notes down here? Okay, have your pencil and pen. This is a free tutor, free coaching. Okay, number one. Register as a Sdn Berhad. Okay, why not enterprise? For two things. Number one, you will not be able to capture big opportunities with enterprise. Clear? Okay. Number two, all the incentives, grants, or even loans to begin with, very difficult to get with enterprise. The only reason people start with enterprise is because they want to run away from the compliance. It's a simpler compliance lah if you go with enterprise. Okay? So number one, start with Sdn Berhad. The thing that people do not know about Sdn Berhad is that, alamak, Sdn Berhad too big. We want to be just SME. You can be SME while you are also Sdn Berhad because anything below 250,000 paid up capital is still considered SME. Okay, what is it so special about SME? It's being it's like the babysitting. You are being babysitted by many agencies. That's why SME is. Like, so many people care about SME. The moment you grow bigger than 250K, nobody care about you already. You are so good already. So if you are below 250K is the paid up capital, for your information. Okay, maybe I would like to get some input from you guys. Who knows what is a paid up capital? Any volunteer?
Don't know, madam.
Again? Yes, Arif?
I don't know, madam.
You don't know? Alamak, I thought you wanted to say something. Okay. Paid up capital is the capital lah, modal, your capital. So actually for Sdn Berhad, I think, I'm not too sure what is the minimum, RM1, but you don't want to put RM1 lah. Okay. As small as probably Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, RM1,000, RM2,000. I'm sure you have that money by now. Right? Takkan tak ada kot? Ada kan? Duit PTPTN pun ada. Okay. So as small as that also you can start. But if too small, then how to operate? Okay. So sometimes your friends say, oh, RM1,000 you can open a company, then you put register. That's not good, yeah. Okay, so what you need is the paid up capital. All right. Like I mentioned, number 1 is Sdn Berahat. Number 2 is the paid up capital. Just to register, maybe takes you probably a few RM100 with the paid up capital. But that alone is not a business. That alone is not enough. Okay, you have to immediately engage with the ComSec. In fact, when you wanted to register also, you better go through a ComSec, company secretary. And please understand, company secretary role is not a secretary. Yeah, those people understand having. I do not know about you guys, but during my days, I have the imagination secretary is that sexy lady assisting the boss. But that's not the case. Secretary is the person who actually helps you to register the company, do your director resolution. And in fact, you practically can throw any question to your company secretary. They are close to law compliance. So don't try to do things on your own. Or even if you have brothers, sisters, parents, or uncles and aunties who are doing business, don't go and consult them. It's better to consult the company secretary. Reason being, different business nature, different needs, different law, different regulation, and you do not want to fall into a trap of paying penalty for doing the wrong thing. Innocent or not innocent, nobody cares. Wrong, penalty. Wrong, penalty. So before this happen, do not save money on ComSec. All right, so engage with a good ComSec. And to run a company, you don't start with engineer. You start with HR first. And then you start with accounts. Then product. Okay. Now you can follow me? What do you start first?
HR.
HR.
Okay.
HR.
Good. Okay, good. I like you guys. Okay, number 2?
Accounts.
Account.
Great. Okay, number 3?
Products.
Product.
Okay. Okay, yes, Dr. Rika.
Madam Lisa, I would like to ask because I heard somebody also mention like this. Okay, if you like quite, you afraid with the risk, you would like to try, you can start with enterprise first, and then you can convert enterprise into Sdn Berahat. So, what is your opinion on that?
Okay, very good question. Very, very good question. There is nothing wrong by doing that, but there is you will lose something, and I can share you right away. Just last week, I had a discussion together with MDEC. Anyone do not know MDEC here?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then, ada yang tak tahu ke? Tahu
Tak tahu.
Tak tahu. Okay.
Yes.
Siapa yang tahu can volunteer to just give me the what is MDEC?
Malaysian Digital Economy Corporation.
Cool. Very good, Luqman. Luqmanul Hakim. Very good name. Very handsome guy, I suppose. Dia punya avatar dia handsome kat situ. Okay. Alright. Okay. We have a lot of agencies, government agencies. Like I mentioned, SME ni, many people will babysit. So they give you free money. This is really cool, yeah, free money. Tapi it comes with KPI. Example, you have a very good solution and you have another client that wanting to use your solution, but you don't have money, your client also don't have money. Then how to do? Can not do anything, right? So then you have to tell your client, you go and find money. Then you get money, you come back to me, then I do this for you, right? Literally like this, right? And if everything is like this, then when is the technology adoption going to happen? Next year, next 10 years, nothing is going to happen. Everything, but this is where the government comes in to help. So they give you they call it catalyst grant, all right? So that is, for example, Dr. Rika, she has intention to develop a system. She comes to me. This is just an example, yeah, so that you can imagine. So, but she do not have money yet. She said, Puan Lisa, I want to do this, but I don't have money yet. Let me wait for 6 months. I set aside my salary until I can pay you. Then I can start developing. That means Dr. Rika's what do you call this, wish will be delayed by 6 months. All right. So instead of that, what I can do is I can go to MDEC. Look, Dr. Rika sent me a LOI, letter of intention. Letter of intention is not binding. It's not like PO, purchase order. Okay, it's just like I have the intention to do something, but wait, I don't have money or something. I have a plan to do this. That letter of intention alone is good enough, as long as what she wants to want to order to from me is something new. Yeah. Like I mentioned, it's not free money, as in like free they throw it away. There's a KPI to it. So it's something new, brand new. There's a new thing. Like we can even develop, get IP out of it. So I go to MDEC. I have one LOI from a customer. So its value, say whatever amount. Let's just put it 100,000. Okay, and then MDEC has a matching grant of 50%. So that means out of the 100,000, MDEC can help 50,000. Okay, not like immediately give you 50,000. Okay, with the LOI, I go to MDEC with a little bit of paperwork, but then MDEC will tell, okay, you can start developing. We give you 20%. Okay, 20% of 50,000. How much is that? Anybody? Are you guys awake?
Calculating, madam.
10,000.
Right.
10,000.
10,000.
You guys are smart. I like it. Okay, yeah, you are right. I think it's a good start with 10,000, right? You can start something already with 10,000, right? At least you can subscribe a domain, start designing, start putting the flow, and yeah, a lot of things can be done with 10,000 actually. So then Dr. Rika can start be happy. Then she knows that things are running. These are just one example, but the requirement. Okay, coming back to Dr. Rika, yeah. The requirement is you have to be Berhad. You see my point? And you have to have AFS, audited financial statement. This audited financial statement do not come during the first day you registered as Berhad. It only comes after you completed your full first year. We call it fiscal year, yeah, fiscal year. Fiscal year ni is not necessarily full like our normal year is January to December, right? Fiscal year can be any time. That means if you start in October, then your fiscal year will be until September, 12 months. So it can be any time you start. So that is called fiscal year, financial year lah. Finish your financial year, then you finish your whole management account, and then you will engage with auditor. Auditor will come and check. You know, can any one of you name auditors? I just want to check how much you know. Any auditing company, the big four that you know of?
MZ?
McKinsey? Lagi? UI? Okay, good. Okay, so you guys are not so zero. Very good, very good. So easy for me to talk. Okay, for example, EY lah, very easy. So EY pun datang. EY come and check on everything. Okay, let me just explain to you what is the process of audit. That's why it's very important. I said just now, HR first, second is accounts. Alright, because along the way you have pre-tax. Ini lagi satu chapter lagi yang you all kena tahu. Because people think you close the account, then you see your profit, then you count your tax. This is what you think, but no, Malaysia don't do this way. Before you even have any money, any projection, you pay your pre-tax. That means you make assumption. This quarter, potentially I will get 50,000 sales. Then they start calculating the pre-tax. Then you start paying the pre-tax every month. Business is not yet in, not yet in, but you already pay the tax. But be rest assured, government is not stealing money from you. This is just to make sure that it doesn't shock your system. That means you start paying small, okay? And then towards the end, not like after 12 months, suddenly tax, take tax 100,000. Alamak, I already spent, already joli kata. Then you don't have money. That's why they put the pre-tax mechanism. All right? But really, if the business did not happen, government return back the money. Okay, that's why I say number two is accounts. If you don't do the pre-tax, there you go. Not only you pay a lot at the end, you also pay plus penalty. You want that? You don't want that, right? So these are the things that you want to be careful with. All right. So again, coming back, what happens is after you finish your fiscal year, then there will be the audit process. Audit process is two. Number one is on site. Another one is on the field. All right. On site, they will check all your documentation, correct or not, and everything, right? And then they will check the authenticity, all this nature. And at the same time, after that, they will check on site. Whatever you claim, for example, you claim you pay for this vendor this much. They will check with the vendor. Is it true? Your company, you get a payment from this company? That kind. And then they will also go to your banks and check your accounts at the bank. So this is what that is another process. So you just imagine, and then they will come back to their office and do all the paperwork and check any NC, non-compliance. They do all the report, and then they will calculate. Okay, so far that's why I say if you do right from beginning, you punya NC very low lah. Everything good, mah? Okay, this is done, this is done, this is very good. It's not about you being rich or not rich. It's about how disciplined you are. And with a good AFS report, and they already also calculate a little bit how much you potentially have to pay taxes. And then they will pass. That is what you call as AFS, Audited Financial Statement, which, coming back to Dr. Rika, enterprise don't have. Okay, if you want to go like ramp up, like you want to do enterprise first, then Sdn Bhd, you rugi the time lah. You lose that time.
Last questions. In terms of the registrations under the SSM, right? This is the registration under SSM. So to start with the Sdn Bhd meanings, the name should be start already Sdn Bhd, because there is no option on that whether want to enterprise or Sdn Bhd. If I'm not mistaken lah, what I face. Or there is a different submission for the registration of Sdn Bhd and enterprise?
In terms of registration, is different from beginning.
Actually, okay, it's wrong way lah, wrong direction.
And,
okay, we'll go.
And don't go and do it on your own. Always go through ComSec. Potentially, they will charge you just a few RM100. And that is one thing that I want to tell you guys. The startups, they like to use the word bootstrap, bootstrapping, ikat perut lah bahasa Melayu. But because I'm doing a lot, so there are money that you don't save. Okay, don't save because of that small money that you are trying to save cause you more trouble. Okay, be clear about that. Bayar je 200-300 tu, tak ada masalah. Okay, at least you get the right advice. Even the 50 years old still need an advice. Okay, it's not about you being 19 that you need advice. No, it's not that. Get the right advice. Even the big companies, big foreign companies coming to Malaysia, even kena penalty sampai 500,000. You can actually buy a house, okay, with 500,000. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. Okay, that is to answer what Dr. Rika was saying just now. So now, number one tadi HR, number two is the accounts. All right. Number 3, okay. Number 0 was the ComSec, because registration time you have to engage through ComSec. Okay. And then what happened next? The thing next is, of course, you have to focus on your substance. Whatever you are doing lah. You are doing apps development. You are doing optimization using AI and so on, big data and so on. Whatever services you are doing, focus on that. Don't forget about that lah. Okay, and another thing is definitely your marketing. This is another thing that you don't save money. Don't try to save money on marketing. That is the biggest mistake. I give you a scenario lah, which is not related to engineering, but something that is relatable naturally by thinking. A farmer, yeah. They are so focused, so intense, so expert at farming chilies, right? So they are focused, they are very expert, they are the seafood for chilies. You can talk anything about chilies to this farmer. So that is, they know about the disease, the bacteria, the viruses, how to make the chili big, what are the schedules, everything, all of good quality, not only A++. But the farmer did not plan ahead on the marketing. After harvest, what will happen? Can you sell? If you don't prepare your customers?
No.
When do you start to prepare the customer? Is it when you already see the chili, or before you even plant the chili, or after you harvest? Any guess?
After harvest.
I think before.
After harvest.
The harvest, before?
It's before we begin to plant the chili first, because we need to find the customer first. We already see the potential, so then we plan to plant the chili.
You see? So keep this analogy right, yeah, everybody. Before you even start, you already identify your market. Identify your market first. Don't short do things without identifying your market, yeah? Okay? So this is what happened. That's why farmers having issues, whereby 1 kg of chili, the middleman take it at 7 ringgit per kg, whereas the retail price is 16 ringgit per kg. Then they blame it, the middleman is taking so much money. Truth is, the middleman did not just take the money. It has some value added to it. They have to manage the logistic. They have to manage the warehouse. They manage the packaging. They manage the marketing. The farmers only plant what? It doesn't mean like because he's a champion in planting the chilies, therefore he deserves more. And revenue is default going back to them. No. It's the person who actually developed the business who gets the more benefit. But this is where you come in. Have the right entrepreneur mindset, even though you are just an engineer. Be clear about that. Even though you end up like working for big MNCs, but with the right mindset, you actually can grow faster in the corporate ladder, because you always have perspective. You always understand your boss. An employee who doesn't understand the whole perspective, do not understand the boss, all they know is about complaining, just like the farmer. You see my point? Okay, so it's a good cause that you guys go through this entrepreneurship. So similarly, make sure that you don't save money on marketing, and marketing should start early. Before even you develop anything, you start do your soft marketing first, and you start collecting the databases. You see my point? And then you start collecting the inquiries. Okay, because eventually the customer don't expect you to like, oh, I want to buy today, have that one is beli nasi lemak, different. In digital world, I order, you get it 6 months later. So that means what? You get the order, and then you know that you are developing for somebody. Don't try to suddenly I want to become entrepreneur. I want to work on my own. I don't want to be employed. I don't want to be instructed. Therefore, I'm going to open a company. This is my big plan. And I'm going to have this. You forget about the customer. That's the bad one. All right. So that part, don't save money. So the good thing is that you don't even have to spend unnecessary money, because right now everything is on the digital space. Digital space eventually is so cheap, and the penetration is even larger than before. You don't even need help to go for international market. Cross-border is practically like no border, especially for digital, unless you are exporting chili lah. You have to get all the license, take the container and all. Digital is so cool. Today you can develop a software you sell to the US. You know that NFT? Anyone knows about NFT here?
Yes.
Okay, who's Maizi? What do you know about NFT?
Something that you design.
Non-fungible token. It's like digital art. It's something that cannot be replaced, connected to smart contract.
Cool. Oh, I like. Okay. Any more? Okay, I just give you a summary lah. NFT, yes, non-fungible token as far as word is concerned, but it's like giving an identity, like giving a birth certificate. Say, just now somebody mentioned about artwork. Actually, you can NFT a lot of things, like giving a certificate lah. After you have a certificate, you can sell. Like if you draw something, okay, like Lukmatul Hakim, he has a very good avatar over there. I'm not sure whether that is his drawing. If that is his drawing, then he can NFT it. That means you give a birth certificate to it. All right. Once it has a birth certificate, it's officially yours. Then you can start selling it. And the platform to sell it, not necessarily Malaysia, you can sell it to the US. Today you draw, you put it on an NFT platform, you sell it at the US market, you sell it, you get like what? $300,000? You are rich by tomorrow. You see my point? So you can NFT practically anything. Usually these days, the niche is like NFT your artwork, NFT your music, NFT or whatever. Right? So this is the understanding on NFT lah, senang. Of course, behind it have smart contract. You are right, boy. Okay, smart contract is just one of the element of the process in the blockchain. Okay, so this is the thing that I guess I give you the whole spectrum. I wish I can talk more, but I do not know the organizer. Do I have still have time, or shall I open the floor for Q&A?
I think we stop here for Q&A lah. Okay, because cool. I just would like to let you know, madam, because yesterday we have BMC presentation for business model canvas, and then what an impressive presentation. They also present something like business model for NFT blockchain technology for the first year students. So they are very impressive, these guys that are coming today.
Like
Okay, so any question from the floor? Come on, guys, you are about to start your own startup. Okay, they have ideas. Okay, maybe they need some courage to do that. Okay, but I have one question lah. Okay, because they are still in first year, kan? It's still first year. Okay, there's a lot to learn. Okay, to become developer or anything lah related to IT career or in IT entrepreneurs. Okay, and how should they start? They should find a team first, or they should improve their skills, or they just have some business minded, hire their seniors. Okay, and then as a junior, like as a first year student, so how should they start? To start a company first, or just talk to lecturers? Okay, what is your advice?
Okay, number one advice, come to me.
Okay. So we will have another session lah with you for coaching if they really serious about it.
Yes. Okay. I mean, that's just a joke. But really, you can come to me anytime. You can get my contact number from Dr. Nurhafizah. Okay, Dr. Rika. Like I mentioned, you guys are just like my children. I don't mind sharing knowledge with you guys. I even willing to handhold you guys to make sure that you don't fall back. Okay, you will still fall, you know, like a small baby, when they walk, they will still fall. But if somebody handhold them, they will still fall, but a little bit lesser, you know, rather than you just walk alone trying, you will fall, you teruk lah, you say. But I'm not the only big sister. There are also big brothers out there. And my suggestion, if you have the opportunity, join the accelerator program, because you will get more understanding, like the BMC, everything will be taught there. And if you want to start a company, do so, but tag along with the bigger, trustable sister or brother. Do that. Because why? First, you don't have the network and you have the tendency to make mistake. So by tagging along with a bigger brother or sister, you don't worry about them manipulating you. Truthfully, I do not know. I cannot comment for other people. If you ask me, I like to have more startup of similar nature, because I don't feel that it's a competition. I feel it's a compliment. So what I'm trying to say is, you go together under the umbrella. For example, if you go under KICT, so you have your own company, but you tag along with me. When I get projects, too much project, there are projects that I will channel to you. It's not because I want to use your resources, no, but because you do not have enough network to get big projects. At the same time, going under my roof, I will do the due diligence that your quality is up to the standard. And I will also make sure that your company is sustainable. Otherwise, I will not, sub the job to you, because if you're not sustained, today you buka, tomorrow you tutup, then how? That means I will make sure that your financial is correctly done. Sometimes you make so much money, but you make so much penalty also. What for? You see? So it's not that I'm not going to take any money from you. Just make sure that you survive and you do nothing wrong, so that you will continue to, what do you call this, to sustain. Okay, here I see what are the available grants. Okay, cool. You go under accelerator program. Usually it's about 10 weeks like this only. Okay, and they will teach you from A to Z. But at the end of the program, you get the opportunity to pitch. So you pitch your idea because you already went through the whole curriculum, right? Therefore, you'll be able to pitch correctly. So at that point, not only the organizer of that particular program will give you reward or award 50,000, 100,000 like this. Other people, angel investors are also listening. You may not win anything, but there are investors interested in your product. So potentially you will get money from there. See? There are so many money coming from everywhere, but please don't focus your money on getting grants. That's also the wrong direction. You are putting your energy at the wrong place. What is your opinion about machine? Oh, that's very good. Machine learning businesses is the best, honey, the best. The best. A lot of, where machine learning can apply. For example, in the conventional world, in the factories, we have preventive maintenance. So what preventive maintenance does is they do maintenance to ensure that there is no, hiccup along the way. Just prevention, right? But with machine learning, you can actually predict what can go wrong based on the data that you have, based on the large data that you have. I mean, the large data you can actually obtain from the existing data that's already there, because you do all the machine learning and then you can do the predictive analysis. So machine learning opportunity business is huge. And again, if you want to do this, find all the big players, all right? If you have the opportunity, go and work with them, get some ideas, then you know where to get your market. Look, again, you will not become the competitor. Okay, the pie is so huge. There's so many pies. Banyak, too many. And it's still a blue ocean right now, if you ask me, for machine learning. Any other question?
Dr. Lisa, Madam Lisa, I have questions. This is for engineering students. Okay, they are for my class, technology entrepreneurship. Most of them are 4th-year students. So after, they are almost graduated from their study. But when I did the BMC topic with them, most of them coming out with the apps developing punya ideas. But they are not apps developer. So if you are not in that apps developing punya expertise, but you have the idea on what should be done, the values and who is the customer, you can develop the BMC, the nice BMC on apps developing punya project. How can these engineering students come out with startup on that thing? Is it like outsource the apps developing punya process, or they have to hire somebody? What is your advice on that?
Okay, thank you so much. That's a good one. Actually, that is critical. If you ask me, what I mean by critical, it is important element actually. That's also called what they call this technology adoption role. We have and just so that you can understand, we even have a civil engineering student coming to the company, and the first question she asks whether or not I can fit into the organization. Then I tell her right away, girl, don't worry. We need people like you. You don't have to do the hard coding at all. You don't have to know about the coding. But so long you know how much apps can actually facilitate everyday's processes, that can be everything, endless. From students, from school, from JMB, Joint Management Board, from makcik jual kuih. Actually, you can do your part or your role to help everyone out there to adopt into digitalization. And this work is actually groundwork. For example, a makcik yang jual goreng pisang every day. Until today, there are still so many not willing to use touch and go wallet. There's so many negativity coming in. So you can become the advocate. Look, makcik, don't worry about it. You know, this is how you can do it. If makcik don't like touch and go, never mind. I can make an apps for you. Okay, not necessarily I make the apps, as in like I go back and do the coding and do the apps. No. I actually bring the whole flow, because you know how the makcik functions, right? What are the business model and so on. You put it into a flow, you bring that flow to the apps development company. You don't necessarily have to have an apps developer hire, put it into, you make such a big company because you want to do this. No need. Outsource. That's why outsource is very important. I'm sorry, one thing that I forgot to tell you, when I say HR and also accounts, I don't mean you hire HR or hire accounts. No, I mean you outsource. That's why I say talk to the ComSec. No, normal case, ComSec has these shared resources, HR and also accounts. Then that means you pay per use. At the beginning, you don't have so much transaction, right? What's the point of hiring one accounts executive for 3, 4, 5,000? No need. Okay, just go to ComSec. Look, I need account services, and then you just talk. So inside there will be account people taking care of many company anyway, small transaction. So they make accounts just for your company. So probably you start paying like, okay lah, your transaction is below than 100 transaction per month. 100 is a lot already, you know. So maybe you just pay like, okay lah, this month not many, then you pay maybe 100, 200 like this. Okay, don't think that you have to hire accounts or hire HR. No need. Okay, similarly, so you utilize shared resources. Similarly, do a lean process, lean business. You do what you do best. If you are best at understanding problems outside there, you put that problem into perspective and bring it to the apps developer to do it. Apps developer at the same time, they are very poor at thinking. I must tell you, very poor. Some can only develop, do the syntax, cannot design. Some can design, cannot write. They have no time to go and see around and check for opportunities or understanding where the apps can actually work. So it was both ways, right? So I hope that answers Dr. Rika's question.
Okay, we have 2 last question here.
Okay.
3 actually.
Okay.
Okay, from Farhan, Zafran, and also Muhammad Taha. Okay,
I go here with Muhammad Taha. The answer, quick one, yes, you can. Anybody can open Asram Bahad company. Okay, next, Zafran, why there are so many startup fail in Midway and how? Okay, there are many factors contributing to failure. Out of 100 startup, potentially only 10% survive. But like I mentioned, embrace all your failure. All your failures, embrace it. Embrace your failures. Okay, you don't fail your whole life. But like I mentioned, some of the failures because of compliance issue. You make so much money, but at the end you pay so much penalty. Or you don't have the right network. As in like you don't develop your customer pipeline. Therefore, you do good products, but you don't have customer. Another thing about digital, I wish I have much more time, but I try to cram all the information. It's not about the good product that you develop. It's about people using your product. So that means you don't only have the developer, you need people to support you pre and post. That means pre, you need to do awareness of this product that you are going to launch. And after it's being launched, make sure people use it. How you make sure is you have to go down, as in like go to the, like really go to the users, and then do the, what do you call this? We don't call it post sales lah, but then this is more on the sustainable. So this is the only way for your apps to what do you call this? Sustain. All right. I just started NFT art business with some friends for a month now. My question: what your advice for startup in NFT art business, and what is the best marketing for this? Okay, which part of it? Are you doing the NFT part of it? Are you doing the selling platform? Which part? Mr. Farhan, if you are around.
Selling at Pentas.io, they said.
Ah, okay. That you are the designer. You draw things. You sell at Pentas.io, is it? Ah, then stay lah. Itu yang paling best sekali. You lukis, you jual, kaya, finish. You don't have to open a business. You don't have to have a scenario heart for that. In fact, right now, right away, anybody who's doing the digital arts, do sell it at Pentas.io. I do encourage. Any other? I think that is also one good thing. You get a good money, then you can start your startup. Okay, no need to get loan and grants. You get money by doing that. I have tough time convincing with the traditional art painters because they are so skeptical about NFT, their artwork, for whatever reason. But for you guys, I think you are better.
They are Gen Z, Madam Norlisa. They are very advanced with the wallet and the platform. I
love you guys. That's why. Exactly. I think you guys can be richer even faster than the older people. Okay, how can we build up a good networking, and is networking really important nowadays? You cannot run away from it. Okay, one thing about business, it's not about being CEO. The more you have to really bow down, you really have to humble yourself. This is about business. It's not like suddenly you want to drive a BMW, stay in one very cold aircon room. It's different. You have to bow down. You have to really embrace everyone, appreciate everyone, have all the positive vibes, and honesty. Actually, your aura speaks. You don't have to be somebody anak Dato or anak Tan Sri or political influencers. No need. It's really God actually. So networking is important. Don't push away. If people want to talk to you, welcome. Even no matter how tired you are, smile. Okay. All right. Yes, important. Any other question?
Okay, so I believe there are no questions. We are already 1 hour of a session. Okay, so I hope that all students, you take this opportunity lah, because you are still in the first year. Okay, this is the best place for you to find network. Yeah. Okay, you're talking about network. A good talent here you can find. So start from now, so that when you are graduate, you already have a good company, a good income there.
Dr. Nurhafizah, can I add a few things, especially for those who are 4th-year students, since I think after this you are graduating. If you like to learn more, what is that accelerator program? Okay, I can give you the contact number of Madam Lisa. And as mentioned by Madam Lisa, you need big sisters to help you. Yeah, me as well, I also need big sisters to help me to understand about this. So, yeah, just think about this, about what you have learned in technology entrepreneurship and what you can do with the knowledge and after you graduating. Photo session.
All the best.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Rika and Madam Norlisa, and also for the organizer, KICT and KICT, and also for everyone to participate in this webinar. So we hope that we can see you again in the next event, inshallah. So I will continue doing this entrepreneurship session for all the first year and also all the seniors, because I will encourage you to start your startup at KICT. So if you are serious, you can talk to me. We can link you with Madam Norlisa and any other business mentor that can help you to run your business. Okay, so start early, so be rich early, inshallah.
Amin.
Okay, thank you very much to all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Take photo, sorry.
Sorry. Please turn on the camera, please, so we can take photo.
Boleh tak somebody, because I'm
see something.
Yeah.
Okay, please, Dr. Olin.
Hi, Miss or Madam Norlisa?
Madam lah, makcik already.
Madam Norlisa, just to let you know, Dr. Olin is our head for the KICT.
Hello, Dr. Olin. How are you? Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you also, Madam. You are very pretty. Okay. I would like to express my gratitude on behalf of flagship, all right, for your very sincere opinion and also your precious times that you spend with the students and audiences today, right? May Allah grant you with health, okay, and barakah And thank you very much for all the audience. Okay, the peak number of participants for today just now when I look at the list is 180. So we should congratulate ourselves. Okay, give a clap to ourselves lah, because this is the most numbers of participants so far. Tactics organized webinar. This is the 4th webinars we organized. Thank you very much. So besides to all audiences, besides doing a good rapport and working with Madam Norlisa, okay, if you all guys have the any inquiries about startup and entrepreneurship issues, right? You are all welcome to walk into Entrepreneurship Development Center also, right? Above main auditorium, level 2. Okay, because we have Entrepreneurship Development Center who can give you guidance and also answer your questions if you have any questions about startup. Okay, all right, can we take photo? Dr. Fiza?
Yeah, please. Okay, wait one. Sebab ada 5 page ni.
Yeah,
kita ambil satu.
I don't know which page. Just keep smiling.
Okay, keep smiling. Okay, I'm taking one by one. Sikit lagi.
Senyap betul tu kan ambil gambar ni. Orang kira 1, 2, 3 dia senyap je.
Sekejap. Banyak page ni. Sekejap. Okay, last one. Smile.
Alright, don't forget to fill up your attendance, every student.
Okay.
And also feedback form.
Okay, so please say my student, please fill in the attendance. I will check if you join or not. Okay, so in the YouTube also there's someone. Okay, we will share the link also.
Thank you, everyone. I'm having UNGS class now. I have to leave earlier.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Bye. Thank you, Madam Lisa.
Terima kasih.
Okay, who is
Nurhafizah Arisa is from which classes? Nurhafizah Arisa from which classes? From or no classes or just attendance? No class, madam. Okay, no class. No class.
Okay, so this is the attendance. Okay, and okay. To those who ask me the contact number of Madam Norlisa, can you please contact me or Dr. Rika directly lah? So we need to know who is asking there because MA we do not know MA here. We do not know you, so we need to recognize the true identity of you. Okay guys, thank you. So we can end this session for now. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, madam.
Bye-bye, future entrepreneur. The power
Bye,
of
madam.
youth. Bye-bye. Pramugari
I taklim is okay. I will check. I will compare lah kalau if you forgot to sign in. But the attendance in this meeting you need to sign.
Alpha dah sign attendance belum Alpha? Dia daripada mana tadi? Norlisa tu?
Dia Intelliware Solutions, CEO dia buat blockchain, something with blockchain.
Okay. Bagus. Okay lah, saya live lah
Okay, bye. Saya tengah.
Jadi kongsi gambar.
Okay.
Sebab Sarah nak update report.
Okay, boleh. InsyaAllah.
Bye.
Bye.